so I'd hurry. David, can I borrow $25?
So I'm gonna have to film the rest of this when I get back. My baby cousin's getting dedicated, so I have to go do that, and it's going to be an entire evening, afternoon, evening thing, so. And good night. Outfit number 4. And it is morning, and I'm exhausted, so as we do this video, we are going to the floor. So this looks a lot worse than I thought it was, so I changed my mind. Okay, so thank you to George R.R. Martin for writing huge, enormous books, that's not a word, that can serve as my tripod because I'm poor and I don't have one. The past few days have been crazy. I had a job interview, which I'm not going to say very much about because we don't know what's going to happen there. I had to go see my family, and now it's Mother's Day, and I had to spend time with my mother and her mother, and now I'm back, and because I loved your quickie book review thing, I'm not gonna do book reviews because I'm not very experienced with that. I just like talking about how much I like books. I'm not as good at critiquing them. I'm not gonna do that, but I do, since I don't really have that much else to talk about because nothing else is really currently going on in my life, I'm just going to really quick talk about all of the books that I've read in the past few weeks. This is actually a few weeks ago, but I did end up reading this, the selection, the first book, and it's actually really good. This we've all probably read. I read it in, at some point in middle school for the first time, and I love this book, and it actually was your brother's, and I took it from the box that he was gonna give it away, and I stole it because that's what I do when I come over to your house. I finally did read this. I'd never actually read it. I think I read parts of it for some English class at some point. I really liked it. I'm glad that I read it, but I did get kind of bored. Every once in a while you need something nonfiction in there, but... And finally, I read this, which I was really excited about when I got it, as you saw. I love this book. Not just because it's John Green, but just because this is, I think, the first book of his that I actually read. I'm going to put it down because it's actually kind of heavy. It was the first book of his that I actually read, and then I liked it, but even though it was young adult and it was like people my age at that point, I don't think I really understood it. Like, it makes you feel, but I was just kind of like, oh yeah, that's kind of sad, whatever, but I bawled through like a good number of pages of this book. It's just so honest and good, and the characters are so relatable, and the whole first half of the book is character development. That's all it's for, but you never feel like you're just getting introduced to characters. All this stuff is happening, and within the same page you could laugh and cry, and oh my gosh, it's so good. I just love it. I actually wrote a post, I'll put it in the doobly-doo. I wrote a post about how there's a common quote that a lot of people pull from that book, and I myself have quoted that quote. It's not actually from the book, and I didn't actually know that until I took the time to sit down and read the entire book, and I looked for that quote, and it wasn't there, and it really ticked me off, so I wrote a post about it. So if you're interested and you want to go read that, then you're welcome to do that. I'll put it down there, or try to figure out how to do these annotation thingies. So we'll see if that works out. BGFFA! See you later.